Hello, 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 and hello. How y'all doing today? Um, I actually did it while the thing was doing its thing and shared it already. But once it pops up, if you're watching and if you can hit that share button, please, thank you. Also let me know if y'all watching. Let me give me a heart, a thumbs up, a smiley face, the laughing face, something. And also let me know what the Bulls are doing. Is anybody watching the Bulls? I try to show a little support, but when I left, they weren't doing too hot. I'm kind of disappointed, but like my homeboy John said, at least they won one. They won last year, right? They aren't they champs?
No, who? You got
The
the Bucks?
Bucks?
Yeah, Bucks,
Yeah,
not the
the
Bulls.
Bucks. Okay, so going. I mean, because I know during the regular season they weren't doing too like every time they went against the Bucks, they got handled a little bit. So I didn't really have high expectations, but I'm always going to root for the peoples. But how are y'all doing? It's way more chillier than I'd like. I was expecting at least like upper 60s, maybe lower 70-degree weather. My sons actually had some baseball games that both got canceled today. So that actually was better for me because I still always, I'm a procrastinator. So I'm always doing shit at the last minute. But don't be like me. And do the shit when you're supposed to do the shit because then you always say, I'm going to wait till later, I'm going to wait till later, and then later never comes. But before I get further into my BS, I actually want to say a happy birthday to a fellow B-side member, Miss Martha.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. And she's actually my producer for tonight's show. So thank you very much for taking the time to step in the Mr. Prophet shoes. So everything should go smoothly. If not, then I'll beat up Maurice anyway. It's okay. Don't worry. We're gonna be okay. But what happened since the last show? Easter. Easter passed by, and again, like I said, it was a Thanksgiving number two, or is this Thanksgiving number one? And then when Thanksgiving comes up, it's number two. But it's a buffet. Like we had fried chicken, we had some pork loin, something. We had sliders. I'm trying to think what else. We had stuffed mushrooms, which are the bomb. Oh my god, I love them.
So what Thanksgiving?
She said Martha would probably do a better job than the producer anyway. But you know what? That's Queen Prophet. So you know what I'm saying? She can talk all the shit she wants to. They gotta deal with that at the house. But just make sure you wear your Crocs, Christine.
Mm.
She's a teacher, so she can do that. But yeah, no, Easter was a great time. I actually loved it. We actually celebrated over at my niece's house, and you know what I liked about it is that our family is getting too big. Cause like when I was a shorty, we would celebrate with one side of my mama's side of the family. We were all shorties, and they had all just came back from like Mexico, whatever, and we were all able to fit in somebody's house. Now that we're getting older and now we're having our children and our children are having their children, we all don't fit in the same house no more. So what the good thing would happen at my niece's house is that their garage is kind of like set up as like a party room. So we were able to all sit in one room and talk, and like you can still have your separate conversations, but it wasn't like there was some people in the living room, some people in the kitchen, some people in the back, some people everywhere. Everybody was kind of like together. The only thing that was separate was the kids. They was off playing. Well, oh god, we won't talk about people playing basketball. Eddie, my brother, and I didn't. Even, I took a video of my nephews and my son in this little go-kart, electric go-kart looking thing, not knowing that my brother was doing a hook shot in the background. But instead of going this way, that whole ball went the whole other way. Shit, the Bulls could have put him on the goddamn team right now. They would have probably did something. But I hope everybody enjoyed their Easter with your family and friends and whatnot. Um Cinco de Mayo is next week, so that's the day that everybody's Mexican. I don't really necessarily separate. I think that's just another day or another reason to drink. No, it is not Mexican independence. Please. If I hear somebody say that shit, While I'm out, I'm gonna punch them in the throat. Or I'm gonna karate chop them in the throat. But I don't produce violence. I don't promote violence. But if somebody says something like, "Oh, it's Mexican independence," wah, I'm gonna fucking chop your ass. It's not. It's they won a battle that was important, but it's not Mexican independence.
I think that is exactly producing violence by
It's
whopping
not.
somebody in the neck.
But if they say something inappropriate,
Okay.
then I think it's justified. I'm
So
not
why
just gonna
produce violence?
just karate chop people
I don't know.
just out of whim. But if you give me a reason, I feel like that's self defense. I'm promoting self defense. Okay. But yeah, no. So that's another drinking day. Yeah, it's just another reason to drink. I to me that's just it's like a Hallmark holiday now. You know what I'm saying? Here in America, it's different when you go out there. Hello Dolores. Tell my Tito Louis I said hello. They out in Vegas, or I think you guys are in Vegas watching me. So hello, thank y'all for tuning in. Um, so what? Oh, the most important day, Mother's Day. Mother's Day. I am gonna take a drink. I'm drinking this show. I know the last time y'all seen me at the hair salon, I wasn't drinking, and I don't think you need to drink. This is a choice. Another choice that I make.
I think you produce some bullshit now.
I do. I do. I am a producer of
There you
bullshitness.
go.
Bullshitness. I'm gonna
Right.
put that on the shirt. Hey, Sassy, I need a shirt that says I produce bullshitness. But you know, it's all good. It's all good bullshit. So Mother's Day is actually next weekend, right? Not this weekend, but the next weekend. So put that in your calendars. It's a national holiday, Mother's Day. My cash app is just the best 79. Hello. In case y'all wanna, take care of your girl, you feel me? But yeah, so also see, I don't we celebrate both. Mexican Mother's Day is actually, since we talking about Cinco de Mayo and all of that, Mexican Mother's Day is actually May 10th. So like if I miss the 8th, then I'm like, ooh, mom, we gonna do the Mexican holiday. Don't worry, I got you. Don't worry. But see,
What's the history behind it?
I honestly don't know. Like I know in Mexico they celebrate it on the 10th every year. Like here we do the second Sunday of the month of May, so it just changes numbers every year. In Mexico, it's always on the 10th. You're gonna make me look it up now. Now I gotta go ask questions.
You know,
Ah, you made me want to think. I don't want to think. Life's easier. What do they say? Ignorance is bliss. Life is easier when you really don't know or whatever. But everybody is Mexican except the Mexicans. Right? I swear to God, walking around with their sombreros and all of that shit and Taco Tuesdays and what day is the 5th? Is that a Thursday? I think it's a Thursday. So at least we don't have to worry about it being Taco Tuesday. But yeah, everybody but the Mexicans. You got that correct. So Mother's Day, remember, put it in your calendar, set your reminders, start buying your presents this weekend so you ain't got to worry about it next weekend, because it's almost like Valentine's Day where like everybody thinks about it at the last minute and then they're all at a rush getting flowers, which no mother wants flowers. We don't want flowers. I don't want a fucking box of chocolates. We don't want no goddamn teddy bear. Like, no. Buy the shit that's actually important to us, like food, alcohol, food, jewelry. And it don't even have to be like no expensive ass shit. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the little jewelry store and spend $100. You know what I'm saying? A little charm. Something, as my mother says, like, don't buy me nothing for the house. Now I'm gonna get like now I know I'm aging because now I'm really sounding like my mom. Because my mama has a rule. Don't for her and her gifts. Don't buy her anything that is for the house that everybody else can use. So then it's not really a gift for her. So like last time I wanted to buy her a vacuum. She needed a vacuum. So I wanted to buy her a vacuum. She said, it's not for her, that's for the house. So like that's really a cheapen the gift because it's not like something she can say, oh look, like my daughter brought me a vacuum. But I'm like, if it makes your life easier, then why wouldn't you want it? But she says no, if it ain't for her. So I don't know, gift cards to their favorite clothing store, t-shirts, whatever, shoes. I wear 9.5 in women. I like Air Maxes. Ideas. Hello. But yeah, so just take a little bit of thought into yeah, see, I think that when they get older, now that I'm getting older, because like back in the day I used to think 40 was old. When I was like 20, I thought 40 was old. Really, I did. I don't know, like I think like 50 is old. Oh my god, when I was 20, I'm like, oh my god, 40, woo. Now that I'm here, fuck, it's not old. I don't even know what to say what old is. Like, I don't consider my mama old, and she's like in her late 60s. You know what I'm saying? I won't tell her age. But I can hear CJ's fucking thought because I was always busting on CJ about his age because he doesn't like to claim his age. Leo said you need Crocs. You know what, Ceci? Can you do me a favor? Just one favor. Like if you love me, you do it. Can you karate chop him in the throat? But you're his wife, so it's okay. Don't say that shit again. No, but you know what I'm saying? Like when I was younger, I always thought like 40s and 50s, like that was old. Now that I'm here and I'm knocking on the door, like, well, I mean, I still got some years to get to 50. But now that I'm here, I'm like, this ain't old. Like, I mean, I don't know what a 40-year-old and a 50-year-old is supposed to act like or look like or feel like or whatever. But I look at like the 40-year-olds and 50-year-olds now, and they don't look 40 and 50. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, you got some of these 20-year-olds because they fucking with all them like hard ass drugs. They looking old as hell. But there's a big old but though to that. So I think it's everybody's energy and how you enjoy life though, right? Because I am in the dating realm, right? And shit, I'm 45 and I don't feel right. Exactly. And then you got a lot of us that are like now turning into our late 40s or early 50s that may be grandparents. And it's just like, I remember when I was a shorty and I seen somebody's grandparent, their grandparent was old, like old lady, old man. Now you're like, oh, that's my grandma. You're like, damn, I thought that was your sister. So you know what I'm saying? Like they don't need, they nobody looks like now their great grandmas are looking like the grandmas of back in the day. But you know, I think just because everybody started a little early, you know, what do they call them baby boomers? Or y'all just started your little families early that now y'all like 32 and is a grandma. Shit. Not that it's a bad thing. There's no judgment here. I'm just saying that everybody's just looking younger than whatever their age is supposed to be. But not everybody. Because I'm in this dating shits, right? There's some men, like when I was in Blue Island, oh my God, I hope he's not watching, but I was in Blue Island and there was an old man there. And I'm just like, oh, you know, I'm drunk, right? So I'm like, oh, you know, you should sing, you know, do karaoke. And he was handling me because he was just like, oh no, he had like this dark, deep, raspy voice. And I thought he was like an older man. I don't know I don't know. Maybe it was his attire. Maybe he had just came from work. Like he had a suit and some. I don't know. He just looked older. He had like all his beard was all white. So I thought like he was older than I, you know, of course. Like I thought he was like maybe mid 50s, you know. Not that I consider that old, but I'm like, oh, come on, old man, you know, whatever. I don't know what he said in that conversation. He was only 46. I'm 43. So he was only 3 years older than me. But I was like, oh my God, you look. I was just like, I don't know what kind of life you've been living, but damn. And then he thought I was in my early 30s. But I was just like, no, I'm 43. So he actually was just like, oh shit, right. So I'm just like, how are we only 3 years apart and we look completely separate? But just take care of yourself, drink a lot of water with vodka. I think that helps. What was I gonna get into next? Oh, the electric slide. I don't know. I am gonna talk about that real quick. So the electric slide. Everybody knows the electric slide song. Like I wish I could play it for y'all right now, but the electric slide, the old school one, not the new one that you know one top. No, the old one, the original. So I don't know if it was TikTok or the Reels or whatever, somewhere on social media. I seen that do y'all know what the meaning of the electric slide was really about? Like, I don't know, as many times as I danced it and I listened to it, I never really paid attention to the words. I was just trying to like you do the dance, right? Did y'all ever really listen to it? Okay. So when I was watching this clip, they were saying that the electric slide is actually a woman talking about her vibrator. I stood there like, what? So then they played the song, and now that they're playing the song, now I'm listening to the words, and I'm like, holy shit, we've been sitting here dancing. You got grandmas, you got 5-year-olds, you got all these people in the whole family dancing the night away to a song about a vibrator. I thought that was something that you guys should know also if you didn't know. You always see those now with social media being so heavy and like TikToks and the reels and everybody doing these videos. See? Right. See, you didn't know it. I didn't know it either. I stood there like, holy shit. My grandma was sitting there, my mom was over there dancing to a fucking song about a vibrator. Ain't that some shit? And we didn't even know. So, but there's all these like things that's like, how old were you? My nephew said, well, you just made every man watching look like a fool. I'm trying to help y'all out. So now when y'all hear the electric slide, y'all gonna be like, oh, I ain't dancing to that shit. Fuck that. Hey, he'll be like, hey, this is true. But but there's so many of those that were like, how old were you when you learned about this trick and this? Now I'm like, man, I'm learning every day. I'm learning something new on that damn social media shit. Speaking of social media, I need y'all advice. Y'all, I know we have a segment which I'm gonna do after my guest and at the end of the show, towards the end of the show, where it says we have this new segment called Just Ask Jess. So we did get some replies on that, and I will be sharing those stories towards the end of the show. But speaking of social media, I got a question in regards to texting etiquette. I was told I was rude when it comes to texting. I'm a texter just because I'm always on the move. I'm going to baseball games. Now I'm going to baseball games. I'm hit this job. I'm at my other job. I'm just everywhere. So it's just easier for me to text you, especially if it's not like a dire response. We don't have anything planned today or within the next few hours. And it's some shit that's like far away or you just got some shit on your brain. Text me. It's easier. But so if you're in a conversation with me, and let's say I'm at the salon and I have a few minutes and I will text you and we're going back and forth. If somebody walks in or I get on a phone call or I become busy, I just put my phone down and I continue on my date. Then when I stop being busy, I go back to my phone and I just pick up the conversation as if like no time had passed. My cousin or my girlfriend, somebody told me I was rude because the least I can do is say, hey, I'm gonna text you back a little later. I got some things to do. And I said, I don't think that's just being rude, but if I don't text you back in the next few minutes, then you should know that I got busy. She's like, how am I supposed to know? How am I supposed to know that you don't want to just text me back? I'm like, because I've been texting you for the like last 10 minutes. Why would I not want to text you back if I'm not busy? So I don't know. Do you guys do that? If you guys are in the middle of a conversation with somebody, do y'all stop and say, hey, I'm gonna text you back when I get unbusy? Do you do that?
No.
Right? I don't do that. But now that she called me out on my bullshit, I'm like, is it really rude? Like, again, if you have like things that are like you're about to see them or it's today or some important shit, I think that you would be like, yo, hold on, and then you got some shit to talk about. Or usually that night I get on the phone. Right, texting is for okay. So thank you, people. I don't feel like she made me think like, am I being rude? Because sometimes I am rude. Like I can be a mean person. I'm not usually.
I'm laughing. Somebody, whatever. I I just got a couple people that was like, you just sit in they see
You
you
can
in the
see, I can
mirror.
see you in the mirror. That's why
I
your
didn't know
nose.
that. That's why I was sitting moving around in
Like, don't
every
pick your
damn
nose,
mirror.
John.
Yeah.
Don't pick your nose. Yeah, no, I can see you in the mirror. You're all right.
Okay.
You're about to come on anyway. But yeah, so okay, so I'm not being rude. So none, I can tell her to.
Yeah,
I won't say the words,
yeah,
but
I'm
y'all
gonna
seen
say
the
it.
finger. I won't do it because I love her, but she made me feel some type of way. That I was like, damn, I've always been doing this, and ain't nobody ever said anything. But after she said that shit, then a few people had mentioned like, well, you could have let me know that you was gonna get back to me, and it's like, but there were also guys, and they were also trying to talk to me. So
What?
then I just figured they were thirsty. So I mean,
But see, that texting is like an extension of communication. Say that person was in the room with you, and someone came in and started talking to you. You're not gonna be like, "Hey, hold on a
hold
second."
on,
Yeah, yeah, you're
right?
not gonna do that.
Um,
I mean, unless that person was in the middle of saying something, yeah.
right.
But if
But
the
I think
conversation
that's
had a,
different when you're in person, though.
it
You
can.
know, because I could be here with a client.
I mean, did the person ask you a question and you just didn't answer it, or were y'all talking,
Possibly.
or
I
y'all
mean,
just
they might
shooting
have
shit?
she could have asked me a question. That seems to be her personal expectation. If they have that expectation, they need to say it before they give you rights. Well, she did give me, well, I mean, she gave me shit anyway, but you know, it is what it is. I just figured I ask, so that, you know,
Your ass ain't gonna change.
I'm not gonna change, but I'm still gonna be who I am. And I told her, like, bro, don't take it. Where's everybody at? Who you looking for? Mr. James Wilson? Who you looking for? But yeah, so I figured I just asked that question in regards to that because you know I have my own way of thinking and doing shit. That's just like I had this conversation about vegans real quick. Don't take whoever's a vegan, don't take this personal. But we had this conversation the other day in the hair salon, and it was just like something about like because now they're making all this like the Impossible Burger or sausages that like tweet biting. I don't know. Call him on his cell phone. He ain't on the show right now. He'll be on the next show, but he ain't on this show today. Um, but yeah, so vegan. So like, I just they have sausages and they have burgers and they have like meatloafs and they have all these things that look like meat and they supposedly taste like meat. But if you become a vegan, I thought you didn't want to eat no meat. So then why do you want to eat something that looks like meat and tastes like meat if you don't want to eat that originally? That's just like I don't ever understand this because now that I work at the bar, I see people doing it. Like people actually drink non-alcoholic beer. Like why? Like I don't. I'm trying to understand why. So that I mean that kind of all to me all correlates together. Like if you became a vegan, that means you didn't want to eat meat. So then why you want to eat something that eats meat? If you're drinking a non-alcoholic beer, why do you want to drink that shit? Like beer tastes nasty to me or to whoever. Like I would not drink vodka so they just don't kill the animal. But it's still like you're eating something that represents the animal. So then why would you want to do it? Like I wouldn't drink vodka if it didn't give me the effects that it has. I wouldn't drink fucking Hennessy if it didn't do what it do. Like why would you drink a non-alcoholic like does non-alcoholic beer taste different like apple juice? You see?
No.
See?
Right.
These are the things that I think about on a day-to-day basis. So I was just trying to share with y'all and get y'all opinion. Like I don't understand that. I really don't. Like I can understand, y'all, eating whatever, but like I just never understood when we go shopping that like non-meat stuff that looks like meat. Like I can understand like if you're on a keto diet and you use the cauliflower to make it look like rice and stuff like that. I get that stuff. But the meat that looks like meat, but it ain't meat, I don't know. It confuses me. But speaking about meat, we're gonna bring on the big meat. No, you like my segue?
I did. I did.
I don't know. My sister and brother have been vegans for years. Ask them that question, please. Let me know. Send me a message. Do something. Let me know. I'm so curious just to understand that concept. Like and then that's when I thought about the non-alcoholic beer. Like, oh, why would people want to drink that shit? Plant-based stuff. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, but if I'm gonna eat a burger, guess what? I want it to have said moo before I put it in my belly. You feel me? Like I don't want something that just like tastes like that was grass or something before. Then I'd have just ate the fucking grass. Because they really want to eat meat, but it's bad for you, so eat it for the taste. That still don't make. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it. You feel me? Like I guess. I mean, But we're gonna get off that subject. Continue to leave me your comments. Let me know. Maybe it'll make sense that they read a few. I don't know. Like I try to expand my brain. I try. So I am going to bring on my guest. Talking about non-alcoholic right now.
Right.
He's drinking water. I'm going to bring on my guest, Mr. John Robinson, of our new podcast that's going to be coming out this Friday called Watch Your Mouth. So, do you want to come on over?
My pleasure.
Yay! Even though people seen you already
Yeah, right.
on the
I should just
show.
turn in the
You should have been like, I'm in this show any fucking way.
I don't have an introduction like James has.
You're gonna do
I don't
one?
have one.
Oh, you need to get one.
I should have called him and asked him for one.
He was the franchise.
The franchise.
What is? Do you have a nickname? Is there a name? Like I got Just the Best. Do you have
I haven't picked up one yet. I'm gonna work on it though.
You got to.
I gotta work.
You
on
got
it.
a few days. It's what's the day? Wednesday.
Oh no, I ain't gonna have that.
You're not gonna have it by then. No. You guys, we need your help. If y'all know Mr. John Robinson, if you follow B-Side Studios, you know that he's done so much work with B-Side, whether it was comedy. Yep. I met you on the
battle,
the beat battle against Mr. Baby Horchata.
Where I was laying people down flat.
You know what? I can't even. I'm sorry, Ruben. But I was giving him a tongue lashing after that because I was so disappointed in his choices of music.
You was giving him a tongue lashing all the way through. That's how we became so cool.
I almost, if I had about 2 more drinks in me, I probably would have like disrupted the whole fucking show and been like, what the fuck are you doing? And then we're like, oh, we're live. I'm sorry.
Man, I love that. You came in the building like, oh, I know that song.
Man, because it was, but that's like Chrissy invited me to come, but right. I mean, it all worked out because we got my own show.
That's right.
That's why y'all watching Sippin N Trippin because of that. The battle against Baby Horchata lost.
That's right. Yes. That's right. Which one?
I wasn't there for the first one, but the second one he did. Sorry.
He's taking L's all over the place.
Somebody needs to tag Ruben right now.
I'll tag him enough. I tagged him enough in that battle.
I wanted to throw my shoe, but I didn't. You did. Well, you could see me. I don't think Maurice and them seen me. I was standing back there like pacing, like.
Yeah.
What are you doing? I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the bathroom so I can calm myself down because this little boy over here is irritating me because he ain't even playing the music that you're supposed to play from Chicago. He was representing Midwest. So he was supposed to be playing people from the Midwest, and John was representing the South. So they were just going song for song, in that battle for people who didn't catch it or whatnot. But that was what had happened. And, especially, like, I don't know a lot of the names, but I know the songs. And when he would play one, I'm like, ooh, you can play this, or ooh, you can play that. And then he would play some, like, off the wall shit. And I'm like, literally, like, when I'm not a loss for words ever. But that night, I was like, I wasn't a loss for words. I just didn't want to use the words that were coming out of my mouth. So I shut up. Only time I will shut up.
I see my girl, Dirty Die. What up? What up?
Yeah, everybody saying hello.
Melissa, what up?
So we have Mr. John Robinson. Unfortunately, Leo, who is the other gentleman that is part of this Watch Your Mouth podcast, wasn't able to make it tonight. So shout out to Leo. Keep your grind on. So Mr. John Robinson is on here solo dolo representing for this podcast.
Yes.
So your premiere is this Friday.
Yes, it is.
And so, what is the podcast about?
Well, Watch Your Mouth is going to be a podcast, similar to what you see in those hip hop circles where you have the barbershop talk, where you talk about who's the best MC, who's the worst MC, what was the coldest lyric, put things. You might put some songs head to head, and then we're going to talk
Okay.
about what was the best, or we might just talk about just current affairs in general, and let the day take it where it take it. That's
Right.
that's just that's our style, and
Yeah.
people like that.
Right. I mean, that's how this show kind of came about.
Yep.
Because again, we're here at the salon speaking about
Yeah.
shop talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to take that twist and bring it like the barbershop, the
Yep.
kind of the manly,
Yeah.
the testosterone show.
Yeah. The testosterone show, right? Testosterone lace. But we're gonna also have hopefully we're gonna have live acts.
Okay.
We're gonna be trying to just tap into who's up next, especially in our area, in the local acts. Like
Right.
Chicago,
Supporting local
Chicago.
artists.
Yeah.
Right. So hey y'all, tune in.
You
You
know
know
it.
some local people.
Man, come with
You
it.
know what I'm saying?
'Cause
Hit
we
them
looking
up.
for you.
Hit
We
up
looking for
B-side.
you.
Let them know that y'all want to get on that show.
I know Maurice I drive Maurice crazy. I'm really looking because people need that exposure, and with us trying to be in that spotlight as well, we should be trying to help each other get to somewhere.
Right.
So I'm always sending Maurice something. I'm always forwarding him something or something I've seen, and what you think. There's somebody we should probably
Right.
tap into. So on and
So
forth.
when I heard about the podcast and I heard the backgrounding and then meeting you at the beat battle, I was like, I'm not even surprised. I'm not surprised, and it should be good because the songs that he was playing that night, I was
Yeah.
like, oh,
Yeah.
I was back there jamming. Little
Oh,
did
yeah.
they know.
You gotta come with it.
You
gotta
do.
come with it, especially when you got these young punks out here. No.
But music we can understand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to talk about anybody's craft, but like there's some music that I'm just like, what? I can't understand it. And even like then they say like, well, you got to be on the kind of same drugs that they are on. So like for me and Twister, I've said this before. Like I could understand that man sober, but once I took a little break and then came back to the song after my break, then I was like, oh, now that I was in a different mindset.
Yeah.
Knows a little level. I'm like, oh, now I understand everything he's saying.
But I respect the new stuff. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not mine because I feel like that. I mean, us we're a hip hop culture. We came up with hip hop just pretty much entrenched in us. So I respect the new stuff. It takes some listening to.
Yeah,
you gotta try to tap in, but it's not something that comes to you. But
I feel like they have their own way, their own art form.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What was that? What was that guy that passed away from taking out them pills?
Juice WRLD.
Yeah, like when he first came out, I was like, and then when I actually listened, like I sat down and stopped judging him and actually listened to him, I'm like,
there you go.
Oh shit! He actually was saying some shit that I'm like,
You got a couple of them,
right?
It's just you just gotta weed out, just like with us. You gotta just weed that shit out,
right?
On 27, the new stuff ain't it, man. She said it ain't it.
Well, because you grew up with a whole bunch of like old people like me. You feel me? That's my little niece.
Yeah.
So like you grew up with a whole bunch of like older music. You have something to compare it to,
right?
Some people be like, "Oh, that's just my mama's music," or
right.
"That's old." It's like, and now when like I play the oldie station or something, and they play like music that I listen to, I'm like, oh my god, we transitioned to the old people
age just a little bit more, right?
Or like our R&B is like classics now.
Yeah, that trips me out every time.
I'm like, what?
That definitely trips me
out. So I have to first and say congratulations.
Okay, I'm listening.
On your Lorraine.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome to see. So he did you tell the people what you did.
Okay. In February, which was commemorating Black History Month, Maurice put on a play like he does every year, with the exception of when COVID dropped, of course. But He put on a play, and the title of the play was Lorraine, and it was about the Lorraine Motel. We had a cast of, it was a diverse cast, and it was essentially a group of young children, young adults, young adults
which were
that,
pretty dope. They did a
yeah,
great job.
young adults that were they were going to get eloped, or so people thought. And you got to watch it. You got to check the link to watch it. So he thought,
right, it's actually on the B-Side YouTube channel.
Yes, it is.
So if you go to YouTube, look up B-Side Studios, and the link to actually watch the play is actually on there. So if you missed it, I suggest you go and watch it. Absolutely. For real.
So the Lorraine Motel. So what the significance of it is the same time that they're trying to make this transition of an interracial relationship, Dr. Martin Luther King was there the same day that he was assassinated. So it has a lot. It has a lot of layers to it. It was very fun. I had so much fun putting that. I had so much fun trying to put together the character that I represented that day. So
are you still sticking with the whole acting thing, and you want to grow in that department, or
that's why I got the baby face going on right now.
He's like, I'm freshly shaved.
Right. I got there's something in the, I got a little something in the works now. So.
Oh, nice. Ooh. Yeah. But in Lorraine, there's like a twist at the end that y'all are not gonna expect. Oh my God, it's so awesome. So do you want to stick with plays, or is there like movies that you want to get into?
I love plays, but I think where I'm at right now, I think that it would be time for me to focus on movies.
Really?
Movies and TV.
So what kind of movie genres would you be like excited to be in?
I'm going for whatever. I mean, I just need the opportunity and the script. If I get a script,
so you open.
I'm open. I love my favorite genre is horror, but the black dude get killed.
I was about to say,
my ass ain't gonna be in the movie that long, so why would I?
Well, you light skinned, so you might last an extra 3 minutes in the movie.
Right. I think I'm not gonna last long in a horror movie.
Well, first, I hate horror. I hate scary movies. I'm just a chicken.
I love horror movies.
No, I do not like them. I think the last horror movie I watched was like H2O.
Damn.
Yeah, that was or no, I watched Insidious.
Insidious?
And whatever that fucking movie is. Please. I think they got like number 2 and number 3 out. Whatever.
Please take the cup away.
Insidious. No, I say Insidious. I hated that movie.
Why?
And I actually I told the dude, I went on a date to go see that movie.
Okay.
And I told the dude, I don't like scary movies. I really do not like scary movies.
You
know what? I get nervous and then I gotta pee. And the people who already know me know I'm pissy Elliot. So I'm going to have to pee anyway. So then when I get scared or nervous, I have to pee even more first. Second, I don't have that, like, I'm from the hood, like, for real. And so, like, I don't have that, like, you're going to go on a date. You're like, oh, my God, I'm so scared. I don't do that shit. I'd be like, the whole movie, I was like, oh, my God, what? And I kept smacking the shit out of him. Or I probably even punched him a few times. And that movie wasn't even that scary. It was more like they would startle you. And I don't like to get startled. So then he actually got up and, like, sat, like, 2 seats over.
Jeez.
Because and I probably have a heavy hand, so I probably hurt him a little bit, whatever.
You know why?
But that's what he gets, right? Because he thought he was gonna be sexy time and not.
Yeah,
not through a scary movie.
That is playbook material right there.
Okay, but that don't work for me.
You might have thought it did.
No, because he dropped me the fuck off. Like right afterwards, I'm like, I thought we were gonna go get some drinks or some shit. He's like, I have to go.
You want the night to continue,
right?
And due to your
because I wanted to drink on his dime, not because I was mad that he fucking took me to this movie. So now I felt like I needed to drown my fears and sorrows. Because do you understand that when I got home, I turned on all the fucking lights.
They turn on all the lights?
Everyone,
turn the water on.
Every single one, even the lights in the fucking closet. I turned every fucking light on and was like, I'm calling everybody. Like, are you guys coming home soon? Like, I think everybody was gone out of the house. I sat on the couch in the middle of my living room with my dog.
Did you come in the house?
I waited till my kids got back. Like I waited for everybody to get home. Like I slept in the living room with the lights on that night.
Did you go into when you go into the room like, hey, who is it?
Look, when I tell you, I turned every fucking light on, every light on. But we won't get into that.
Let's not.
Yeah, but little punk. That's what he get, dropping me off, fucker. But anyways, let's go back to your show.
Let's do it.
So, is it gonna just be centered around hip hop R&B artists, or were you looking just musicians, like trumpet players? Or are you just open to an array of?
It's gonna be music in general. I mean, with me and Leo both being like hip hop heads. I mean, like there's all variations of hip hop heads, but with us, we the conversation, just how we met, it was about we pretty much was talking about hip hop the whole time.
I was gonna ask you, like, how did this idea even come about? Like with you and Leo,
Maurice. He knew that was a perfect fit. Like he saw us talking. When we around or we conversing, it has something to do with either current events or hip hop, and he said that would be the perfect fit. So we're gonna put those together. Yep.
Might have to throw y'all at XL Barber Studios and stuff. Be like, hey, there's your barbershop. You got barbershop talk.
Put me on.
I might have to talk to Maurice and my nephew about the connection.
Put me on. No, it was that was we clicked, and it was through hip hop. We did the first time we met. It was when we were filming Rap Mom.
Oh, okay.
So that was one of the things that we had. We walked in with that on our mind and just took it from there.
Okay. I did it. I met you guys after the fact, but I know Chrissy was part of that.
Yep.
Part of that production. Yep. So, like, who is your target audience? Like,
I want everybody. Like I was saying, I don't like when people shut themselves off to different music.
I agree.
So I want to pretty much buckshot that whole situation, whether it be talking about hip hop, R&B, the current events, the stuff that some of these rappers and singers doing, just to draw people in. I want the women to come in too and just have this.
We have a place in the barbershop too.
Absolutely. You got a place. It might be over by the blow dryer, but we still.
You remember I was talking about chopping motherfuckers in the neck earlier? Do y'all remember that statement? Yeah. Everybody close your eyes right now. If you didn't see it, it didn't happen.
No, but for real, everybody got a place. I mean, the debates, that's what makes a good debate, though, when you get all different angles.
Right.
So
I agree. So how can people find you on social media?
Okay. And I'm glad you asked. I'm going to change this name. The name's going to change. And I hope people that listen, the name is going to change soon because people don't understand what the hell it is when I say it. But it's The Real OTC 34. That's on Instagram. That's on Facebook. I had a Snapchat, but I forgot the password. So yeah, so but that's on Instagram, right?
He's old school. Instagram, he's like that Facebook. Snappity chatty.
Yeah, those snappy chats. But on Instagram and Facebook is the Real OTC 34. Yeah. But I'm going to change it soon, so just keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah. So the show is going to be Watch Your Mouth.
Watch Your Mouth.
This Friday.
At
what time?
Maurice is
okay, so to be announced, but it is going to be this Friday.
I think it's
probably going to be at 7. I think it was 7.
I do know it's at 7. Yeah. Friday night at 7.
So this Friday, 7 o'clock. I'm pretty sure you'll see it blasted all over social media.
I'm kind of thrown off because this heat right here is blasted. I feel like I'm in
you're
like
cooking.
A
little chicken.
I feel like I'm in a fryer right now. or I need to be telling all the information because the light is on me.
The light is on you.
Yeah.
But no, thank you very much for coming on the show. I wish you nothing but success on your podcast.
You got to come on. So
of course, I hope you come to my next podcast. It's my 1-year anniversary, May 11th.
Where's it gonna be at?
It's gonna be at Juniors, in Berwyn, Illinois, off of Ogden Avenue.
I'm gonna just make that.
Yeah.
I
8
might be able to
o'clock,
make that.
May 11th. I'm telling y'all now, Junior's Bar in Berwyn on Ogden Avenue. Set another reminder, separate from Mother's Day.
Oh my goodness. There you go.
So I need 2 presents from y'all people.
And then in the same year we gonna get a tie. Then all we get is a tie and the big piece of chicken.
No, I am actually going to. I didn't do it last year, but
what did you do?
I did some healing.
Okay.
And I am going to push for Father's Day.
Preach.
So that y'all can also, because you know what, in reality,
let them move you. I
have met a lot of men.
Okay.
That are
slow down.
That are. Oh, you want me to talk slow down?
That didn't sound right.
No. I've met a lot of men
over
just
time.
over this past year.
Okay.
It's not that kind of show, sir.
I'm just saying.
After the camera goes off, no. No, but I did meet a lot of people, and I just been people watching lately. And I've seen a lot of men actually doing their thing and trying to be in these children's lives, and just trying to do the shits. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, like, regardless of what my baby daddies are doing, I will always. But I think it's important. Where some people, like, I'm not that woman that's like, oh, I don't need a man in my household. I don't do all of that shit. Like, I feel like everybody has a place and a purpose. That's why it was intended to be that way. Absolutely. Those are just my thoughts.
With that being said, what up, Ajan, JJ, Tara, Juju?
Oh, the babies.
What up? Yeah, you gotta
give a shout out to all the babies.
And shout out to Angie, who blessed me with those beautiful children.
There you go. So I am going to, if you'd like to stay on, I am going to, so again, watch your mouth this Friday, 7 p.m. Yeah. You can look them up on social media. We can, we'll probably tag them and the shows and stuff. And Leo. Sorry that he couldn't make it, but y'all can see him this Friday. But I am actually going to go into my new and next segment of Just Ask Jess.
I want to hear. I'm going to stick around a little bit.
You want to stick around for that? Okay.
Yeah, I want to stick
around.
So
we did get some feedback on the Just Ask Jess. I will read to you. So I read part of it and then I stopped reading it. Because you know how they do like those kind of blind reactions? Right. So I didn't want to read them and then think about it. And so I'm actually reading these for the first time, just like y'all hearing the shit. So the first one is, hey, Jess, love your show. Been listening since the Miranda Mayo episode. So here's the thing. I've asked my partner to change a couple of things about his behavior. Oh, man, that's good that you're here.
Yeah.
Like how he parties a lot, but he hasn't stopped any of them. I know he really loves me. At least I hope so. So why won't he change? What do you think? So as a male,
okay.
So she's asked her partner to stop doing the bullshit, and he hasn't stopped.
Okay. I think it's time for you to adapt to what she's doing and just be as dirty as he is. I've said what I say, and I'm out. No, just playing. No.
Well,
no. I'm just bullshit.
No, you're not.
No, I promise I am. If you are invested and committed into this relationship, then you need to let it be known that there's limits and there's boundaries. So she said, yes. Baby, I am serious. Yeah.
Right.
No. If you're invested and committed in this relationship, then there needs to be ground rules and let it be known that there is a limit and that there's a breaking point. If you're not invested or committed, then
I was about to say that, Ceci. Yep. So my thing was, so I have questions though in regards to her question, like, was he like this when you got with him? So that's my thing. So like a lot of the things is like where I think in relationships where they fail is that's like, oh, this is how I met them. But I expect that like after they have a child or after this is what I expect him or her to be like after such and such a time or now that we're together. Why do you want to go out so much?
Right.
Well, my thing is like, did you meet him going out every weekend? Did you meet him? Because at the end of the day, that's really his choice. You know what I'm saying? And like if you choose not to go out with him, that's your choice. Why should he stop? But out of respect to her and that relationship, maybe not go out every weekend. How about every other weekend? Like I think there can be a compromise.
Right.
But then I also agree, like if he just on some bullshit, bitch, get on your bullshit
There
too.
you
Fuck that
go.
shit.
See what I'm
How
saying?
about that?
Hey, hey, the, the master
Basically,
has spoken.
I feel like that's kind of. I don't want to say that he doesn't love you, but I just feel like,
It's not they don't love you.
you
It's the
know,
fact, like you
is he
said.
cheating on you while he's going out, or if he's just hanging out? Because sometimes people just want to hang out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, if he's not like fucking around and he's not coming home at 4 o'clock in the morning, fuck, let him go out. If he's coming home at a reasonable time, you know that when anytime you call, he picks up the phone. You know that he ain't on no bullshit. He ain't cheating on you or doing all the dumb shit. Then let the motherfucker go out and let him come home at a reasonable time. Make sure he has a sandwich in the fridge later, and then lay your ass out. That's how I feel.
That's perfectly stated.
But if he's on bullshit, get on your bullshit too.
There you go, and that's perfectly stated as well.
We got another one. Number 2. I got 3 today. So it says, Jess, oh my God, I'm so happy you're having this as part of your show. Thank you. But because I got some shit. So like my sister thinks I will steal her husband. Ooh. It all started as a friendship and it developed to me confiding to my brother-in-law. Oh, more than my sister. We almost spend every occasion together. We get lunch, we text, we send memes. It's all fun and harmless. But recently, my sister has started throwing shade at us, and she also tries to cancel plans. I don't want to lose my sister, but I also don't want my best friend, which is my brother-in-law. So what can I do to make my sister trust me? Love you, Jess. I love you too.
See, if I may, I think that with that, there's an issue that's an underlying issue before all the brother-in-law thing. I think there may have been issues between them two prior to that. And that just kind of lit the fire. Because I would say this. I understand they're saying they're friends and all that, but
it's a sister.
You know what I'm saying?
The brother-in-law
and the sister
are now
friends,
like best friends.
Yeah. So I mean, but my thing is that, and I'm not downing you. Just so you know, I'm not downing. I'm not.
There's no judgment here.
Right.
This is just our opinion.
I'll be a negative.
I should have did a PSA before we started this. These are just our opinions.
Right. But if there's that feeling that, hey, I'm not trusting you, then that was there before, and you might not even know it.
I don't know if that's necessarily true. I might have to disagree on you there.
Okay.
I only say this because, like, I think, it's almost kind of like if that was my sister. Okay, let's say I'm with my man, right? And my sister, who I would probably expect to be close to me, is now you're close to my mate.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Still, like that should be encouraging.
I would think so. Yeah. I'm not saying that she's her sister. I feel like her sister. I think it's just some insecurities, or I think maybe she's feeling left out of the relation. Because if they're texting each other,
that's what
memes and whatever, I think she's just feeling left out. Yeah. So maybe why don't y'all include her in the text messages or the memes so that she can laugh too, so she doesn't feel like she feels like she's the fucking third party when she's in the relationship with the man.
But she has her own relationship with her husband, with her husband.
Yeah,
she has her own relationship with her husband, and she has her own relationship with her sister. They don't. That's not. There's not no spoken rule that they have to coexist.
No, but but at the same time, you have to respect the union. You have to respect the relationship. So on her sister's part.
Right.
I'm talking about the girl who sent the message.
Right.
Done. Yeah.
Then something was said or done.
Something said that made her not trust y'all.
Thank you, Cecilia.
So I mean, I believe that, but I also just think that she's just feeling left out. So my thing would be to either include her in these memes or conversations. Like I'm not saying that you can't be friendly with the brother-in-law or you can't feel close to him. But you also can't have your sister feeling some type of way. Because if your sister is feeling some type of way, then you need to pull back a little bit.
Don't get me wrong. If she expressed that there's a problem, then yes, it's their responsibility.
Or sit down and talk about it. My thing is just like everybody's adults.
If there's a problem,
and sit down and talk about the shit.
If she's
openly.
Expressed that. Then they should.
But express it in a way. I think, but expressing it, she might have expressed it in a jealousy type of like, oh well, he's texting you like he's texted you 5 times. He's only texted me one day today.
But
You
what
know
if
what
she
I'm
hasn't?
saying?
What if this is her first time talking about it with Jess? They find out through the Jess. That's what I'm saying. If she express it, then
Right.
and they continue, then they're wrong. They're bogus.
Right.
But
But
if
that's
this
what I'm saying.
if
So
this is
they
one of
should
those,
all three of y'all
right,
should sit down and just reassure your sister, like, bro, this is just my bro. You feel me? Like there's nothing trying or whatever.
right,
Because don't get me wrong, I've been in similar situations
okay.
where okay, so like okay, now I have my own just as chess.
You gonna put your own in the mix, okay?
You know, I got stories for days, right?
Right.
So I had okay, so my girlfriend, right, back then. So we were dating two friends. Me and her were dating two friends.
Okay.
Didn't work out, right? But I actually got along with her. Like I still remained friends with both of the guys.
Okay.
She stopped dating him.
Okay.
But he would still reach out to me and just say, "Hey, let's go grab dinner," or "Hey, let's go."
Mella gonna stab one of them.
F that is not cool, even if it's harmless. That's just me, though.
Mella said, "Damn all that.
Right.
You want to get cut first."
She said, "You stay away from my man." No, so in my situation, like he was reaching out to me, but knowing, that was my friend,
Okay.
and but it was nothing. He never came at me wrong.
Right.
It was just on a friendly gesture. Now she expressed like, I'm not cool with you being friends with him and that being my ex.
Now you know that you're aware of this.
So now I know that she was feeling some type of way, because I would openly say like, oh, I went out to dinner with such and such yesterday or whatever, because I'm not gonna hide it. So I feel like when you start having to hide shit, then that's when you know you're doing wrong.
Right.
So because she expressed that she wasn't comfortable with it, I cut off that friendship with him, which he was not happy about. But I, like, she was always
what up, Teresa?
my friend.
What up, Terry?
So I don't think I was wrong.
You wasn't. I mean, unless you. I mean, you wasn't even wrong even then. But I mean, hopefully you did it in a way that it didn't leave hard feelings. It wasn't.
Oh, he was mad.
I saying, was it an abrupt like, oh, you know what, I can't deal with you no more, bye, or was it?
No, I just said like, yo, she's not comfortable with me being your friend, so like.
Or did you just stop texting him? Like,
off
from the text conversation?
No, because he popped up at the crib. Ooh. I told him that shit, and he popped up at the crib like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, why can't we be friends? And like, she's not comfortable with me being your friend, and that's my girl. So like, okay, you brand new, so
there you go.
I'm easier to let go of that friendship than
yeah. I mean,
what does it matter? Because me and that bitch ain't friends no more.
Wow, really?
Just play.
No, it's an awkward situation. No. That's an awkward situation, but I mean, it's just how you play it.
Right. Yeah. She was more important to me than that relationship.
That's what I'm saying. So and when she let it be known, she left the ball in your court, and it was your responsibility as a friend to decide how. Yeah.
Well, I'm always gonna choose what I feel closer to.
Right.
And then you never knew. He could have been on bullshit, just disguising it, because men are fucking dogs, dirty dogs, and not all men, but most men.
Really? Do I get a chop today? Okay. No, don't yes that. Don't yes that.
But most of, because especially right now in my dating realm, everybody, oh, I want to be your friend. Bullshit. You're just waiting for that moment.
What moment?
You think that I'm gonna be like, oh my god, my feelings are hurt, and I'm gonna go cry on your shoulder. Shut the fuck up.
No. Oh, that moment. Okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You're. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not.
Or that drunken moment where I might not remember tomorrow morning.
Where you black out.
What do you think? I hit you with the what you doing?
Right. You have to watch the CC footage.
Oops, and I got to go back to my phone like.
No,
but you can tell. I've had a lot of guy friends that we've chosen to be friends versus date.
That's what
and then later. No,
I'm saying, it seems like you have you know how to.
I know how to put people in lanes.
No, I'm saying, but it's not like you don't compartmentalize. Oh, he's a man, so I can't be this type of friend. You have friends.
Oh no, yeah.
You have friends. Like, just think about you and CJ.
Friends. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So you, if it's.
I have
that's a sign
platonic
of,
male friends
yeah.
where like that's it.
That's a sign.
Lovely.
That's a sign of
Maturity.
open maturity. Yeah,
Maturity over here.
There you go. There you go.
All right, I got one more, and then I'll cut my bullshit. So I got would you rather kiss a random stranger or kiss someone that you hate? And I was right, and I was like, you must not know me. Because we back in my late 20s.
Oh my God. There you go.
Woo-wee. These lips have cost a lot of strangers.
I was about to say, I don't know if that's even. I don't even know if that's
I don't think that's a scenario. I think that's a question that he might have wanted to know.
No, what I'm saying is like,
but
like, why would you kiss your enemy?
Never.
Yes.
Like if there's somebody I hate, like it depends. Like, is there something drastic on the line? Is there money on the line?
Right.
Like if you gonna give me, you have me laughing, math. But like if you're gonna give me $10,000 to kiss somebody I hate, versus
see, they didn't say all that.
No, I'm just saying it's a scenario because that's the only thing he asked.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I would kiss a fucking stranger 10 times over before I kiss somebody I hate. Because if I hate you, and I don't hate a lot of people, but if I hate you,
you're not even talking
trust
to
me,
him.
it'll be a kiss of death.
you wouldn't even be talking to him, let alone kissing.
Right, exactly. So I'll kiss a stranger all day. But like I said, back in my going to Velocity and Prop House days, boy, there's a whole lot of strangers that had these lips on them motherfuckers, boy. Some girls too, shit.
I bet you Electric Slide was playing in the background too, wasn't it?
Right? And I didn't even know that. Oh my God, that fucked me up. I swear to God, I've been thinking about that shit all week. But if there was money on the line, if you were offering me $10,000 to kiss somebody I hate, and like $5,000 to kiss a stranger,
see how my people
I'll fuck around and be like, "Come here, the person I hate."
See how my people be. That she threw money in the mix.
Right.
This is just straight off emotions and feelings that she wants. She
money, money, motivation, baby.
See.
So what would you do? Would you for $10,000? Would you kiss somebody?
You getting $10,000 either way?
No, you get $10,000 to kiss somebody you hate, or $5,000 to kiss a stranger. Girls always say the baby daddy, and they be hooking up on the low.
They doing more than kissing.
Right. So $5,000 for a stranger, or $10,000 for somebody you hate.
Oh, I do the $5,000 for the stranger.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd have been like, how many strangers?
She said, is it a tongue or a tongue attack?
I don't know. We ain't get to all of that. But what's a $10,000
But you might
kiss?
as well. You put $10,000 in the mix. They wasn't talking about money before.
Look, for $10,000, I put my poop on somebody's forehead. Don't fuck with me right now. Fuck a kiss.
Melissa said money
talks bullshit. What? Exactly.
I do the 5 though.
Really?
Because the 10.
I'd have been like, how many strangers? I'd have been like, how many strangers we talking? Right, yeah. Because I could probably do about 5 right now.
Damn. You get to walk off with a good 20.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Hey.
No, but yeah, I'll stick with the 5.
I would have been 10 stacks up.
Really?
10 stacks up, baby.
I don't know about all that. I don't think you would.
You don't know me that well.
I mean, I'm getting to know you more and more, but I don't think just what I'm knowing, I don't think you would. I don't think you would. Not for the 10. You do the 5 and be like, here, can I do 2 strangers and get 10?
This is true. That's what I said. Well, depending on how many strangers. But if they said only one, if they told me I only can do 1 stranger or somebody I hate for the 10 stacks, I'd have been like, I would have put out a piece of paper, cut a hole, put it around their lips, and been like, rah! No. Yeah, that would be me.
I don't know. That was an interesting question.
Right? So I hope we helped you guys, whoever sent in those things. You know, we stay anonymous. I will not rat y'all out. I hope we helped you.
All those questions were from Cecilia.
From Ceci. She gonna throw her fucking crack over here.
Right. This is gonna come out of nowhere.
This is gonna be a Let me know if you throw it. I'll duck. But no, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for sending in those. Hopefully y'all got some more stories for me for the next show, again, like I said, our next show is actually my 1 year anniversary.
Nice. Congratulations.
Thank you. May 11th, we will be over at Junior's Bar in Berwyn. It's already confirmed and locked in. Berwyn, right off of Ogden Avenue. So put that in there. 8 o'clock show. I hope y'all can come out and celebrate. It's gonna get lit. If y'all already know, and then y'all know it's my 1 year anniversary. I'm already lit. So you imagine that day.
I can imagine how you just sound. You said 1 year. Like you've been through all kinds of shit. 1 year.
Do you know the shit that I've been through in this 1 year? Lord, the children. Y'all, we're gonna go through a recap. I'm gonna invite all my past guests. Hopefully they can come to the party. My old co-host, hopefully he can make it to the party. Mr. CJ Tweet Buddy Jones. So it's gonna be a party. If y'all know anything about me, it's gonna be a party. Afterwards, you might want to call in late to work that day.
But you saw what she brought in here today. Damn.
I walk around with a handle. If it's Tito's, I don't buy a fifth. Who buys a fifth of Tito's? Like
you know who buys a fifth? Who? Someone that's not trying to be drunk in one sitting.
Okay, so that bottle goes with me like to at least 2 parties.
Yeah, what party?
2.
What party?
I'm just saying, like I don't finish it in one sitting.
And what is your definition of a party? Are you talking about?
Like if I'm hanging out,
party,
when I'm hanging out with people, I bring my own alcohol.
I could dig that. But I mean, did we have to bring the
No, but that's gonna sit in my trunk. So like if I show up somewhere
I'm gonna be
Friday, then I'd be like, and they don't have alcohol, I'd be like, hey, guess what, guys? Look what I have in my trunk.
I'm gonna take inventory. If that thing is below the Tito's, next time I see you, we're gonna take those.
Okay, so hold on. My best friend's birthday, Jackie, is actually this Friday. Okay. So hold on. So there was a purpose in me buying that bottle. So her birthday is actually this Friday. If you guys want to join me, we're going to Exotica in Rosemont. Ladies are free. Here. Exotica? You've never been to Exotica?
No, I've hardly been to Rosemont.
It's kind of like a porn convention. Hopefully my son's not watching this right now. But yeah, so on Fridays, I think it's the whole weekend, but we normally go on Fridays because ladies are free. I think guys are like $25 or $40 or something like that. Okay. But ladies, if you guys want to join me, that's where I'll be at. Hit me up, hit my line, DM me, whatever. We're going there for her birthday. And then on Saturday, the
bottle's gone already. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. Like I'm looking at the bottom. She didn't even close it all the way.
I am not that bad. It's only Wednesday. Yeah. Catch me on Friday. Right. That might be a different.
When she's getting her fresh bottle.
You know, I can't even. They got videos. I can't even fight with her because she's like, I got videos, man. Whatever. Okay. Oh my God. Okay, I've only had one.
Okay, this is what it looks like right now. This is what it looks like now. She's saying by Friday.
It'll probably get here, and Saturday it'll be gone.
You know how many hours that is from now, right?
What? The Friday. I'm not gonna drink tomorrow. What's tomorrow?
That's even worse.
Thursday.
You're not gonna drink tomorrow, but this is gonna be gone by Saturday.
Yeah.
Which means 24 hours.
Friday. Today is Wednesday.
We can't say 48 hours because you said you're not gonna drink tomorrow. So that means 24 hours.
It's like technically 48.
If you were someone you love,
the PSA of Sippin N Trippin. Oh my God. Like I had a lady today ask me she's like, what's the name of your podcast? One of my older clients. And she was like, Smoking and Choking. I'm like, okay, so I don't know what kind of podcast you think I'm hosting. But no, that is not the podcast that I'm hosting. And then I told her, she's like, well, what's the name? I'm like, Sippin N Trippin. She's like, it's almost like the same thing.
Pretty much.
Oh my God.
But I'm pretty sure she's not coming in here with this big.
I'm breaking it in. Joint. I am breaking it in.
She's breaking it in.
I'm breaking it in tonight. So I had 1 cup, guys. Yeah. I took it easy.
She's breaking it in.
Because the Bulls made me sad. I'm pretty sure they lost.
Yeah, they lost. We're not. Yeah, she's breaking it in. All right.
Okay, well, anyways, ladies, y'all can come and help me.
There
Hello,
you
come
go.
come out this
There you
weekend.
go. Yeah.
I'll be in the Cicero. Well, we'll be in Rosemont on Friday, but we're gonna end up heading back to Berwyn or some shit in Chicago that way. But again, tune into the next show, May 11th, 8 o'clock. We'll be at Junior's Bar. You'll see the promos coming out pretty soon. Hopefully you guys can come in live and show out and have a drink with your girl. Other than that, have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Don't forget about
Cinco de
Friday.
Mayo. Check them out. Watch your mouth
There
on
you go.
Friday, 7 p.m.
Watch your mouth. Friday, 7 p.m.
Thank y'all for
Watch
tuning
your
in.
mouth.
Have a blessed week, y'all. We out.